October 2012.
My parents were alcoholics, and my brother, he was 6 years older, and so he wasn't around a lot. So I was pretty much by myself growing up quite a bit.
I've had like a problem with like self-harm since I was like 10 or 11. And then it just got really bad at the beginning of sophomore year.
I just wasn't really, emotionally, physically, socially developed. I think like most high school kids were at that time. I pretty much was a loner, spent a lot of time by myself.
I didn't go to school for a month. I didn't eat, didn't sleep. I've been on sleeping pills since then. When I didn't eat for a week, I almost had to go to the hospital because I could barely walk.
I tried to kill myself, and so I got really scared. After that, I was like, I need help. Like, that's not normal.
At college is where I started to try and really find myself socially. And it was at that point that I started to really uncover the fact that I had feelings for guys.
And it started off as scratching, just in my nails. And the way that I justified it and argued it to myself was that it was convenient that I could do it during class and just, under my sleeve, no one would notice.
I went back into therapy. I hadn't been in therapy since my parents got divorced, so it was a little bit of a weird transition.
Once I finally discovered and determined that I was going to be a gay man, that's when I started to try and experience life, going out, going partying with friends, meeting people.
Oh yeah, the first time I was hospitalized, kind of similar to the other 2 times I was hospitalized. My dad had just been out for a visit, and I just I don't know, I get really anxious and really low whenever I see him.
And I was not comfortable, I didn't feel safe with myself, and I called my mom and asked her to take me to the hospital.
So almost, about 10 years ago, I found out that I was HIV positive. It was a really big shock. I had no idea that it would happen to me. I thought I was doing everything I should. I wasn't. But so I found out I was HIV positive, and at that point, I went into a big depression.
It was scary, and it makes you feel absolutely insane.
That was probably the worst few days of my entire life. It was terrible.
I remember every time I would stand in the mirror and have to take my pills, I would look at the mirror and I would take my pills and I would say, this is what I gotta do. And I would take the pills and I would just stare at myself and I would think, what is going to happen to you?
But to me, it was easier to do the top of my arm than here. Because here it's more like you're trying to kill yourself because you have access to veins. But whereas if you do it here, you can't really kill yourself from that. If you look at my prom pictures and the way that my arm was showing, it was really bad. And just looking back at prom pictures and seeing that, it was not fun.
So I don't know, I have a couple burn scars and a couple cutting scars, but mostly it's just this massive discoloration.